Welcome to Documenting a Place and Time. My name is Erin Castillo, and in this video, we will learn how to use digitized federal census records to build your ancestors' timeline in the United States. Often, one of the most difficult tasks of genealogy research is staying organized and keeping track of your ancestors' movements across time. By populating a timeline with census information early in your research, you will stay organized and uncover questions to continue your research. By the end of this video, you will be able to locate and identify free online resources for viewing digitized U.S. federal census records, gain familiarity with reading census records and extracting their information, and build an ancestor's timeline using census record information. Let's get started. You will be delighted to know that digitized census records are available online using multiple free public library resources. Many public library patrons have access to Ancestry.com, MyHeritage, and Heritage Quest Online. Another library resource available is Find My Past. However, it can only be accessed while at your local library. Check with your library to find out which of these databases you have access to. All four have digitized U.S. federal census collections. In this tutorial, we will use another resource, Family Search, to locate U.S. federal census records. Family Search is freely available to the public, whether or not you have a library card. Simply sign up for a free account to get started. Once you are signed into your account, select Search from the top menu. Under Search, select Records. From here, scroll down to the middle section, Find a Collection. In the search bar, type in the census collection you would like to access. Once you are in the census record collection, search for your ancestor using their first and last names, place, and year of birth or death. Use the filters to the right of the screen to narrow down your results by adding more information about your ancestor. Once you have found your ancestor in the census, click View Record to review the information and see the digitized census record in its entirety. A census record is a snapshot in your ancestor's life, documenting who they lived with, where they lived, and what type of work they did, among other things. It's important to remember, too, that each census asked slightly different questions and their formats can vary from year to year. In this tutorial, we will examine what the 1940 U.S. federal census population schedule looked like. At the top of the census record, you will find information about the city, county, and state where the census was enumerated. Listed in the top right corner will be the date the census was enumerated. Scroll through the page to find your ancestor and read the census from left to right to learn more about them. If you need additional help understanding census records, visit the National Archives and Record Administration website to download a blank census form to familiarize yourself with the form's content. Now that we have found our ancestor and familiarized ourselves with the format of the census record, we are ready to extract its invaluable information about our ancestor. The census tells us our ancestor's residential address as of 22 April 1940, as well as on 1 April 1935. We also learn who lived with our ancestor at the time of the census. Be cautious and take note when you see names of your ancestors misspelled. You will have to do further research to verify that these are the same ancestors that appear in other records. Lastly, we learn vital information about our ancestors, such as their gender, age, marital status, place of birth, and citizenship. Once we have this vital information from the census record, we can document our ancestors' place and time by building out our ancestors' timeline. Using a timeline has many benefits, including keeping you organized and allowing you to visualize the movements of your ancestors through time. The more information you add from records, the more you will learn and uncover. If you would like to download a free timeline template, visit Cindy's List to use her Evernote template. If you choose to build your own timeline, remember to keep it simple and always cite your sources for easy retrieval later. Once it's formatted, populate your timeline with information you found in the census record. And voila, you have built your first genealogical timeline using U.S. federal census information. Feel free to share your timeline and findings with your family, but remember to always protect the privacy of any living relatives you may find in records. If you need additional help, visit any of the online resources shared in this tutorial. And when in doubt, always feel free to contact your local librarian for additional support.